Welcome to Gaming Code channel, and your friendly neighborhood game critic is here. Once again, to dissect a game that's less about escapism and more about confronting the void within. And today's subject, oh boy, it's a doozy. We are talking Indika, a game that's like a Dostoevsky novel, got drunk with a Hieronymus Bush painting and decided to make a video game baby. Let's start with the gameplay, shall we? Indika, on the surface, it's a third-person adventure game. You walk around, you interact with objects, you solve puzzles, but to call it just that would be like calling the Mona Lisa a painting of a lady. It's technically true, but it misses the whole damn point. The core mechanic here is perspective, both literally and metaphorically. You manipulate objects by changing your viewpoint, sure, but you are also constantly being forced to shift your mental perspective. The game throws you these curveballs and these really bending puzzles, and it's like the developers, the math geniuses at Oddmeter, are saying, hey, you think you got it all figured out? Think again, Paul. And those 2D minigames, they are not just like stylistic choice. They are a whole other layer of the onion, a descent into the subconscious, a pixelated representation of Indika's inner turmoil. It's like the game saying, oh, you thought the real world was messed up? Hold my beer. The controls are intuitive enough, but sometimes the camera can be a bit uncooperative, shall we? Almost as a reminder that you are not in control. The game's tempo is slow burn, and it's like philosophical debate that goes until 3 a.m. And the puzzles, oh, the puzzles, they start deceptively simple, like a Zen koan. You think you grasp it, but then they evolve, they twist, they turn into these multi-layered monster issues that will have you questioning your own sanity. But hey, who needs sanity when you got existential, right? Let's talk about the visual. The glorious descent into madness that is Indika's art style. This game is a feast for the eyes, assuming your eyes are hungry for a diet of the bizarre and the unsettling. We are talking about a world that's a cool part 19th century Russia and a fever dream conjured up by a collective of surrealist painters. Imagine if Hieronymus Bosch, Zladislav Beksiński, and H.R. Geiger decided to collaborate on a video game while on a particularly strong batch of absinthe, and you are getting close. The environments are meticulously crafted, full of detail that are both beautiful and deeply disturbing. You will find yourself staring at a crumbling church, marveling at the intricate architecture, and then noticing the grotesque, almost organic details that seems to read and pulsate just at the edge of your vision. And Indika herself, she is a masterpiece of character design. Her eyes, those haunting eyes, they tell a story of their own, a story of fate, love, and a soul teetering on the brink. It is like every frame of this game is a painting. Story, the narrative, the existential crisis masquerading as a video game plot. Indika's story is like a Russian nesting doll of philosophical quandaries. On the surface, it is about a nun on a seemingly mundane desk. But peel back the layers and you will find a meditation on fate, love, free will, and the nature of reality itself. And the characters, or rather the two main characters, Indika and her inner devil. They are the heart and soul of this twisted tale. Their dynamic is captivating. It's like watching a theological debate between a true believer and the ultimate cynic. Only the cynic is also incredibly charming and has a point, like a really good point. Devil, he is not just a tempter, he is a mirror, reflecting Indika's own doubt and fears back at her. He is the voice of reason in a world gone mad, which, when you think about it, it's pretty damn ironic. And Indika, bless her heart, she is trying so hard to hold on to her faith, to find meaning in the world that seems utterly devoid of it. She is a character that you will empathize with. Let's talk about the soundscape of this descent into madness, shall we? The sound design is Indika is not just good, it is transformative. It is like the oral equivalently of an anxiety attack, but in a good way. Every creak of the floorboards, every distorted chant, every whisper of the devils in your ear. It all works together to create this incredibly immersive and unsettling atmosphere. And the music composed by Mike Sabadash. Oh, the music. It's a masterpiece of atmospheric composition. It is like a soundtrack to a mental breakdown, but a beautiful, haunting, unforgettable mental breakdown. It is the kind of music that seeps into your soul and takes root like a parasitic fungus of existential dread. And you know what? You will love every minute of it. It perfectly blends with everything else to create a cohesive experience. Now, on the technical side, Indika is mostly a smooth operator. It runs well, the load times are brief, and it's generally a well-optimized experience. But like a perfectly tailored suite with a slightly loose thread, there are a few minor hiccups. I did encounter a couple of frame rate dips, particularly when the game was throwing a lot of visual information at me, like during those wonderfully bizarre 2D sections. And just once, Indika decided to merge with a wall which I'm pretty sure wasn't in the script. But honestly, these minor glitches almost add the game's charm. It is like the game itself is saying, hey, reality is fragile, don't get too comfortable. Now let's talk about the price of admission to this philosophical funhouse. Indika is priced like an indie game, but it delivers an experience that's worth far more. Sure, it is not a 100-hour RPG, it is more like a movie length, but those few hours are more memorable, more thought-provoking than many games 5 times its length. And the replay value, oh, it is there. You will want to go back, not just to catch all the little details you missed, but to experience the story again, to see if you can interpret it differently, to see if you can make different choices maybe. Just maybe. Find some answers to questions it raises. There is no microtransactions, thankfully. The developers did not take that route with the game. Innovation. Indika practically oozes it from every pore. This isn't just another puzzle game. It's a philosophical statement, a work of art, a game that dares to be different. It is like the developers took the rulebook, set it on fire, and then used the ashes to write a love letter to absurdity. The forced perspective mechanic alone is a stroke of genius, but it is the way it's integrated into the narrative, the way it used to explore these complex themes, that truly sets it apart. This game is like a David Lynch film, a Franz Kafka novel, and a Hieronymus Bosch painting, all rolled into one and then injected with a healthy dose of dark humor. So, the final verdict. Indika gets a half an 8 out of 10 from me. It's a near perfect descent into the wonderfully weird. It's a game that will challenge you, that will disturb you, and that will stay with you long after you have finished playing. Indika is not just a game, it's an experience, a journey into the depth of the human psyche, a meditation on fate, love, and the nature of reality. It's a game that will make you laugh, make you think, and maybe even make you question your own sanity. So, go for it, my friend. Play Indika, embrace the weirdness, and remember, as the devil himself might say, something the only way to find the truth is to lose your mind. Until next time, this is Gaming Coach, and may your inner demons be as entertaining as Indika's. Or not. It's up to you.